In today's day-to-day life, I encourage you all to include these points if you want to be successful. I was watching this video by Dr. Radhakrishnan Pillai, who has actually made Chanakya and his teachings reach out to all of us. He's written this book. It's called Chanakya Niti. And I was watching one of his video on successful people. You will find the link below, which is what inspired me to make this video. In this video, we will be covering the 4 points which he mentioned as per Chanakya Niti are important for success. And as an astrologer and a neuro-linguistic programming coach, what is the connection that I see of these 4 pillars of success with astrology as well as how our brain works? So if this is the kind of content which you enjoy, please hit the bell icon and the subscribe button. Also share this video with your friends and family to spread this wisdom to them as well. Namaskar, this is me, Nehaa Goyal from Nehaa Goyal Dream Reading, your empowerment coach, tarot reader, numerologist and DNA astrologer. The first point which he mentions is to read. Reading engages one of our senses, which is known as seeing. Such as breath, reading is one such sense of ours which while you are doing, you can't do anything else. You are totally engrossed in what you are reading. Have you ever tried to read something but your mind goes somewhere else? That never happens. Because to read, that point of your brain is involved which totally needs to focus on the words. And the quality of what you are reading will then register in your brain, and it will help you in creating such neural pathways which, when you need what you have read, will be utilized in the future. As far as astrology is concerned, I would associate reading with the element of Mercury. Mercury is the Graha which is looked at in astrology to see how sharp a person is, how sharp a person's brain works. Gemini, which is one of the Rashis which is ruled by Mercury, is also the Rashi of traders, people who do business. And Virgo, which is another Rashi which is associated with Mercury, speaks about having an eye for detail. Those are the parts of your brain which are getting sharpened when you read on a regular basis. On a daily basis, read something. Not only will it help you in focusing and staying in the now, but it will also train your brain for progress and success. The second point that he says is important for success is writing. I often feel that writing is a dying art. Today, in the day and age of typing, when I often ask people to write something and send it to me, to them, it feels like a tremendous task. Think about it. When was the last that you literally wrote something like a paragraph? Writing actually connects the perceptors in our hands, on our fingertips, to our brain. Writing is actually one such other activity which brings us back to the now. Again, while you are writing, the brain cannot think of anything else except that which you have to write. You know that journal writing has really come up as a therapy. Why is that? Because it really helps us in processing our thoughts. Even the shadow thoughts which we are incapable of, or we have pushed it somewhere in the corner of our brain, we are able to now process it through writing. Writing enhances our communication as well. To be successful, we do require good communication skills, isn't it? This is something which is again in astrology looked at through Mercury. I've already discussed that Mercury in our chart donates an eye for detail and also a sharp sense of doing business. That combined with sharp communication skills, why will not a person be successful? Mercury, let me tell you, also denotes diplomacy. In our chart, are we diplomatic? Which means that it is very important for a successful people to have alliances. And one cannot have good alliances till the time they're diplomatic. In my coaching sessions, I have often noticed that the first few things which come out of people I'm coaching is that they say that I can't be diplomatic. I have to say things the way it is. Well, these are certain signs of not having good knowledge of using communication skills well. So the idea here is not to fake. The idea here is to say what you want to say in such a manner that not only the person accepts it, but the person continues to stay your friend and in fact says, "Thank you for bringing this up." That takes me back to the communication skills. So therefore, including writing as a habit in your day-to-day practices, you can actually hone your communication skills and stay in the now, which is center your mind and concentrate on what you are wanting to write. And you would have noticed that if you've written it, there will be more possibility for you to remember it. Thus, it sharpens your brain. The third point that he mentioned was time management. Successful people are mostly multitaskers. Multitasking is also a skill of prioritizing. Successful people know that time is currency and they are very careful, mindful about who, what are they spending their time on. Somehow we stay in a culture, if somebody's work finishes by 5 or 6 o'clock in the corporate world, they say, "Are you on a half day?" And somebody who keeps working till 9 or 10 p.m., that person is considered to be a hard worker too. But that is not smart working, and that is not what a successful person's traits are. Time in astrology is also associated with Saturn. Saturn is the reality of life. Wasting your time, if you're wasting that Saturnian element, it is said that you lose opportunities. And if you are somebody who is going through a Saturn period, there is a possibility of lazying around. There is a possibility of procrastination. So therefore, if you are managing your time well and if you are doing the right things at the right time, why wouldn't you be successful? The fourth point that he mentioned was the company that you keep. It is a known fact that we are a sum total of 10 people whom we interact with, 10 people whom we spend time with. As far as astrology is concerned, I will associate that with Moon as well as Venus. Moon is a watery graha and so is Venus. The quality of water is that water has the tendency of picking on the characteristic of whatever you mix it with or whatever container you put it in. Similarly, when it comes to us, the way we process things, the way we perceive things, the way we enjoy or don't enjoy things, which is all Moon and Venus, is also affected by what company are we keeping. So let's say, for example, if we keep a company of friends who are motivational, who are inspiring, who push us to do something, that is the characteristic which will go into our Moon, and we will then be heightened to do certain things which make us more successful. Now imagine if we are in a company which is always criticizing us or others, which is always negative about us or others. That is what our aura will become too, because that's where we are spending our maximum time with. That is what we are exposing our brain to, and our brain is thus getting, due to neuroplasticity, our brain is getting wired like that. That is why in the ancient times there was a tradition of listening to something good every day, of having an inventory of who you are keeping company with, of reading something every day. They used to read the Shastras, and of listening to beautiful, enjoyable music which will mellow you down, which will, put you in the center. There was a schedule for everything. You would wake up in the morning, you will do Tulsi Puja, you will give Surya Arg, one will cook food, one will eat it, one will go for their work. Then there was a particular time when family used to come together to eat, and everything was very happily scheduled. That is why they were much more happier, much more successful people. In today's day-to-day life, I encourage you all to include these points if you want to be successful, and definitely you will start seeing changes in your life. For this video, I thank Dr. Radhakrishnan Pillai and I thank my astrology and NLP guru. Because of them, I am able to bring all of this wisdom together and present it to you. If you are somebody who is ready for your empowerment, and if you are somebody who's ready to let go of your blocks to success, check the description, because I do offer empowerment coaching and inner child healing sessions. I also offer DNA astrology to know the root cause of your problem, as well as soul desire astrology. If you have any questions in relation to what we have just discussed, please put them in the comment section. I also encourage you to watch the video which has inspired me to make this video of Dr. Radhakrishnan Pillai. I will post the link of that video in the description. Namaskar, Radhe Radhe.